Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. Bluey is a preschool animated TV show from Australia, produced by Studio Ludo, that follows the everyday lives of the Healer family, which includes Dad Bandit, Mum Chili, and their two daughters Bingo and Bluey. It's a very wholesome cartoon that's gained high praise for its progressive lessons on raising a family, with its writing and animation quality being so top tier that even grown adults have become hardcore fans. It also has a charm to its authentic Australian identity, giving kids outside Oz a chance to experience their culture, quirks and wildlife. But don't let its cutesy designs and preschool appeal fool you. The show does sometimes tackle serious themes that you wouldn't usually expect to see in a cartoon for toddlers, hence why its fanbase has grown outside the target demographic. In this video, I'm going to be counting down my picks for the top 5 darkest episodes of this show. Bluey episodes that dare to go to more serious places. Let's begin. Facey Talk. When Bingo and Bluey decide to play Facey Talk with their cousins Muffin and Socks, Muffin keeps hogging the phone and won't let Socks have a turn. It's up to Uncle Stripe to resolve this situation, but things get out of control once Muffin steals her dad's phone. This is a very unique cartoon episode, because most of the story is being told through a video call, with a lot of attention to detail given to recreating the quirks and glitches of a realistic Skype or Zoom chat.
Muffin, this is your last chance. You hang that up and march down here now.
Come on, man!
Get this thing off me!
What makes it so dark though? Well, it's basically a glimpse into Stripe and Trixie's parental struggles. Not only are we seeing a father having a hard time disciplining his rowdy daughter,
Muffin Healer, give your sister a turn now.
But I want to do a cowboy hat! Just give her a turn, Muffin!
but we also watch Stripe arguing with his wife Trixie.
What's going on?
I'm handling it.
It doesn't look like you're handling it.
You escaped
guys?
your time out.
We don't do timeout anymore.
What? Since when?
I read a blog.
There's an uncomfortable atmosphere to it all, because we're accidentally witnessing a married couple squabbling behind closed doors. You feel like you shouldn't be listening, even though a part of you is curious.
Hey, guys.
Just let me handle it, Stripe.
No, Trix, let me handle it. I get to parent too.
Yeah, but you have to do it right.
This is how I do it.
Guys.
Bandit even has to step in to mute the conversation for their privacy. Luckily, Stripe and Trixie do make amends, then learn to work together as parents. But it's still eerie how a harmless cute video call between little girls ended up being a keyhole into a domestic dispute. Early baby. On a rainy day in Bluey's class, Bluey is pretending to be a doctor who is helping pregnant women give birth. When it's Indy's turn though, she says that she's having an early baby. Sometimes birth isn't always black and white. There are occasions where babies are born before they were supposed to. This episode takes its time to not only teach Indy's classmates about premature birth, but also educates children watching the show about what an early baby is.
Okay, who's next? No, Bluey. Because Polly's an early baby, she needs to stay in the hospital for a long time, because she's still very small.
It's also made clear that Indy's own sister was an early baby, so this isn't just playtime for Indy, it's also her chance to emotionally accept a family trauma. You can tell that her sister's premature birth stuck with her.
We'll look after her. But I don't want to leave Polly! You have to be the bravest you've ever been. Okay, I'll be the bravest I've ever been. Good night, Polly.
At the same time though, Rusty is playing a medieval fantasy game, in which he's a knight on a mission to rescue a princess, but he ends up using Indy's early baby as a prop for the princess, which really upsets the girls. However, this accident gives a chance for Rusty to learn about early babies too, which helps him to better sympathise with why the girls were so frightened by what he did.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Indy. I didn't know Polly was your early baby.
That's okay, Rusty.
Early Baby is an episode that I can really respect, because it teaches kids about a type of birth that can be hard for families to go through, and it addresses this scenario with sensitivity and compassion.
I'll put Polly into you. You need to wash your hands. Oh yeah, I forgot. There you go, Polly.
Copycat. In this episode, Bandit wakes up to find Bluey copying him, so the cheeky dad challenges Bluey to keep up. While they play Copycat down the street, Bluey spots an injured budgie. Bandit puts the poor thing in a shoebox and takes it to the vet, but sadly the budgie doesn't make it. It can be tricky to address death to kids, because it's a morbid topic that might upset sensitive children. Luckily, this Bluey episode is one of the rare kids cartoons to tackle the topic with maturity. Bandit and Chili don't give Bluey false hope. They present her with the harsh truth, but also show their sympathy to their daughter's grief.
Dad,
Yes, mate?
I don't want the budgie to have died.
I know. Me neither. But there's nothing we can do. It's out of our hands.
Even though Bluey's time with the budgie was brief, she really did care about saving it, which is why its death must have been so traumatizing. What's really poignant though, is how Bluey copes with her grief. At the start of the episode, Copycat was just a silly father-daughter game that bonded Bandit and Bluey.
I am Bluey and I stink like a monkey's butt.
I am Bluey and I stink like a monkey's butt.
Well, good that we can agree on that then.
But in the second half of the episode, Bluey turns her Copycat antics into a chance to reenact everything her dad did during the budgie rescue, transforming her playtime into an opportunity to explore her trauma and process the concept of death. It's powerful stuff for a preschool cartoon.
I have bad news.
Oh, did the budgie die?
I'm afraid she did.
Oh, okay.
Copycat really deserves a high ovation for addressing a complex topic like death to toddlers with earnesty.
This isn't how you wanted the game to go, is it?
No. That's okay. There's nothing we can do. It's out of our hands.
Onesies. When Auntie Brandy comes to visit the healers, she gives the girls onesies as presents, but Bingo gets too much into a pajama animal and goes on a crazy rampage. It's also been 4 years since Brandy last visited. On a surface level, this is just a silly comedy about a little girl playing pretend in a onesie.
Did you get it? The onesie?
I didn't know! I'm sorry!
But when you really pay attention to Brandy's plot, things become more somber. Auntie Brandy's visit is really difficult for her, not because she's fallen out for family, but due to how seeing her sister's kids hurts her deep down. Because she really wants to be a mum herself, but she has infertility. Seeing Chili's kids makes it even harder for her when it's pointed out that Bingo looks like a little Brandy. Not only has Brandy's absence made it hard for her to get to know her nieces enough,
Sorry, Bluey. The last time I saw you, zebras were your favourite animal.
They used to be, but I changed to cheetahs.
but it's also caused an awkward rift with Chili. Chili is very sympathetic to her sister Sorrow. However, the episode still lets her feel sad that she's not seen her sister for 4 years. Chili isn't mad or resentful though. Heck, it's Chili who tries to restore their relationship and mend things between them, showing that Brandy can find the courage to be around her sister's family despite her pain underneath. Onesies is a kind of dark that's more sad than anything, but dark episodes can come in many flavours. The show. It's Mother's Day today, but after Bingo accidentally drops her mum's breakfast, she feels like she's ruined Chili's special day. To cheer Bingo up, Bluey and her sister put on a stage performance based on how the Healer family started. As a whole, this is a very wholesome cartoon that finds silly comedy in the idea of 2 little girls acting out how their parents met, all while Chili and Bandit play along as an audience.
Hi, bud, smell this.
What?
Spot on.
Ooh, delightful. Yes, jolly good.
Who wrote this?
But there's one small part that gives the episode a deeper layer. When Bingo pretends to be pregnant with a baby Bluey, the balloon representing Bluey randomly explodes. For a brief moment, we see Chili's expression dramatically change to shock as Bandit quickly comforts her. Kids will just see Chili as maybe being startled by the balloon's pop, or sad for Bingo after she's just upset herself. But adults with keen eyes can immediately interpret this as Chili reliving a miscarriage she had in the past. That's not me personally overreading the episode, by the way. Plenty of grown-up Bluey fans agree that that was the intention from Studio Ludo. It's amazing how this preschool cartoon goes out of its way to sympathise with mums watching who may have faced the same tragedy as Chili. When Chili teaches Bingo how she overcomes life's troubles, it means so much, because we know the hardship she has faced, and we are seeing how she overcame it.
I have a little cry.
Check,
Then I pick myself up,
check,
dust myself off,
check.
and keep going. The show must go on.
Chili lost a child, but she still kept going and ended up eventually becoming the best mum anyone could ever ask for, as well as the perfect role model for mums who watch this show.
The end.
Again.
So, which do you think are the darkest Bluey episodes that have ever aired? Let everyone know in the comments section below, and don't forget to click that like button. I've been Jambareeqi, feel free to subscribe. Cheerio, folks.